Dumfries isn't natural SNP territory. It voted strongly against independence in 2014, and the Westminster constituency is currently held by the Conservatives. It's just half an hour's drive from the English border. Last night it was the location for the fourth of 9 hustings. Although we were not allowed into the event, we could watch on a live stream. Today we assembled 4 party members who were there to join us on the stage where the hustings happened. They're from different parts of the party, but all say they haven't fully decided who to back.
Let's go through the candidates, shall we? The front runner, according to the opinion polls that we have at the moment, is Humza Yousaf. Let's have a listen to his opening statement from last night.
I believe I have what it takes. I believe I have the experience. I believe I'm able to unite our movement.
Who thought that Humza Yousaf did the best out of the 3 candidates last night? Did anyone think that he won the debate, if we're going to call it that?
I did, yes.
You thought so. Why is that?
He's had over 10 years in government. He's very well spoken. Definitely knows what he's speaking about. Very clear, concise answers as well. There's definitely no sort of to and fro with him. It's very much straight to the point.
Anyone else leaning towards Humza?
I would say I was leaning towards him as well, yeah.
Why is that, Sylvia?
Well, actually, he was quite jokey as well. I think he spoke well, and he's quite personal with people. You know, he remembers people and things. So,
which of us do unionists fear the most? Which plan do unionists fear the most?
Now, did anyone think Kate Forbes did the best out of the 3 candidates last night?
I think she edged it.
Why so, Steve?
Because I think her integrity and her truthfulness shone through. I think those are 2 characteristics which Kate can rely on when times get tough.
Can't agree with her views, especially at the start of the campaign with, gay marriage. Marriage should be between a man and a woman. It's not how Scotland works.
well, it's her own opinion, but I think as long as she listens to the party and does what the party wants, which she should do, it's not a dictatorship. She's not telling us what she wants us to do. She has to listen to us all and come to her conclusions.
The 3rd candidate, Ash Regan, she was the Minister for Community Safety until she resigned over the Gender Recognition Reform Bill. Let's have a listen to something she said from last night.
I think we need to relight the fires of the Yes campaign right across this country. I think we need to reach out to the wider movement and inspire and lead them.
Well, I very much like her policies around citizens' assemblies, and I think that's going to be really important. Like with the Climate Assembly, one very much wants to see this as part of government, that the new leader works with civic society.
Can we come on to independence? I mean, how much is that the main issue? How much are you assessing leaders who can get you to that objective?
Well, I think you need a good leader to go for independence, because you need to be able to govern and show people how well you can govern the country. Because if you don't have that, people aren't going to vote for it.
There's got to be difficulties with all of them. I mean, the de facto referendum at the general election is feasibly the only way I can see forward now. And I mean, there is problems with that, 16-year-olds not getting to be able to vote. People that are living here, that have lived from different countries, aren't able to get the vote. There is problems with that, but it is the only feasible option I can see now.
But which of the candidates was expressing that view for you?
Humza.
Well, I mean, he said that every election should be about independence, but he didn't say every election should be a kind of de facto referendum, did he?
I don't think Humza did say that. I think, if I remember correctly, Humza is still going to go to Westminster and ask for Section 30. That, to me, is a dead strategy. How many times do you have to bang your head against a concrete wall to understand that that's never, ever going to be granted to us? In any case, what role should Westminster have in deciding the future of the people of Scotland? It's up to us. And if we win, all the candidates are quite right, if we win a majority vote in Scotland, then it's our international right to negotiate for independence. Now, if Westminster tries to oppose it, they will fail.
We can't be constrained by Westminster in the way that Scotland has been. We can't have our natural capital being taken from us, as it has been historically by big corporations and by Westminster, at the expense of the result being that we don't have our rightful place as a nation in the global community.
And can I ask you just a question on the gender recognition reform bill? That turned into a big row within the party and wider. Do you think that was a necessary conversation to be had? I
think it's got out of hand. I mean, in a way, it's been kind of, I don't know, exaggerated, and people have, it's a conflict, but there shouldn't have been any conflict. There should have been kind of, I don't know, sort of discussion on things. But I think, you know, there's kind of other things that are more serious we should be concentrating on. So, you know, cost of living and all that.
I do think the next leader does have to step up and say to Westminster, no, you cannot block this bill. The Westminster do need to remember that it was passed cross-party in the Scottish Parliament.
Yeah, but it's a battle you'll lose, Brandon, because they will just say, no, you're not getting it, and that'll just reinforce our inferiority. We won't get that through. They'll say no, and the people that drafted the bill should have known that, because it's in their section 35, because it does, in the UK government's eyes, and Alistair Jack's eyes, impinge upon the application of human rights across the entire United Kingdom. So we're not going to get that bill through. Any kind of money and time and energy wasted in trying to convince Westminster of the merits of our case. I shouldn't say it's a wrong case, but under the devolution settlement, we won't win it.
So has anyone made up their mind finally who they're going to vote for?
I think I'm leaning towards Kate Forbes on the basis of what I heard last night.
Hamza, I think he's got the experience.
I've definitely not made up my mind yet.
Well, I think between either Hamza or Kate for me, but I haven't quite made up my mind yet.
The time available for SNP members to make up their minds is dwindling fast. Voting begins in just 6 days, the result announced 2 weeks after that.